Welcome to Midlife Customs at Craig's Garage. In this video I work on the cab of my 67 F100 so I can start putting it back together. If you like working on cars and watching DIY videos, then you should hit the subscribe button because that is what I post on this channel. Please take a quick minute to read this disclaimer. I am not a professional, nor do I claim to be. So one of the first things I wanted to do was kind of clean up and work on the firewall. And I just wanted to remove all the wiring and all the built up mud and rust scale and seam sealer. Just kind of fix what I can and then treat it with some Por-15 or some rust preventative. Also get the steering column ready for the Crown Vic front suspension. Here you can see the master brake cylinder is gone and most of the wiring that needed to be removed is gone, so it's looking better. Now that I have most of the stuff removed that I wanted to take off the firewall, I'm going to start working on the steering column. So the end of the steering column has this bracket that connects to the rag joint that needs to be cut off so that you can connect the new U-joints that connects to the steering. First thing I did was make a couple of cuts straight across, but I had to avoid cutting into the shaft because I don't want to cut any splines. So here I show how I just did a couple of grooves using an angle grinder, and I'm just going to keep going back and forth a little bit until I feel like it's deep enough so that I can remove the brackets. But like I said, I have to avoid cutting into the splines that are aft on the steering shaft. Once I thought it was cut off enough, I can just kind of use a hammer and knock it off, which I show here. And you can see the splines I've been talking about. And it's a little bit mushroomed out, and I'll show what I have to do to be able to get the steering joints on after that. Here you can really see how it mushrooms out towards the end, and that's going to have to be tapered off for the joint to slide on. And I'll use an angle grinder to do that. So I cleaned it up a little bit. Like I said, I'm just going to go a little bit at a time, turning it kind of with this motion until I'm happy with it. And then I'll try the joint, and I'll just do that back and forth until it goes on. Here you can see I took a little bit off, but you can still see it's standing up a little too high. So I'll just keep doing that over and over, a little at a time, until I can slide the joint on with no problem. So here's the joint, and it's a double D 3/4 inch on one side and 36-inch spline on the other side, and you can see it's just still kind of mushroomed out a little bit, so it won't slide on just yet. Here you can see it's nice and flat and tapered off, so I was able to try it one more time on, and you can see it slips on pretty good right here. So that's what I want, and it's just very important for me to just go slow and not take too much off. So now you can see it sits all the way in, nice and sturdy. The next thing I wanted to address was the floor pan. And you can see on the driver's side, they just put this little piece of tin there. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove as much of this dirt and wiring as I can, and then start working on the floor pan a bit. Here you can see all the holes that are rusted through that was underneath that little piece of tin pan that they had on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, I went ahead and removed as much as I could for now, like all the wiring and the insulation, the inside insulation for the firewall, and just to get as much stuff out of my way so that I can go ahead and fix any little areas I wanted to fix on the floor pan. Here you can see with the black line what I'm gonna kind of try to replace. I'm just gonna cut all that out and you can see there's actually a little line here that I'm going to try to duplicate in the piece that I put in. So I'm just going to follow around this black line and try to replace just that area. So I had this rusted out piece of metal, scrap metal, that I'm just going to go ahead and use. I'll clean it up and cut it down to what I want. Here you can see after cleaning it up and kind of cutting the shape I wanted, I'll just put a little bead roll, which is my first bead roll right there. I know, a little wonky, but hey, it's just for strength, right? First time. Anyway, so here's the piece that I cut out. You can see I'll just go ahead and clean that up and treat that. But first I just wanted to test it up. And so here you have a look at it. And that's all it takes. Kind of just match what you're taking out. Then I just sprayed some Rust-Oleum, just kind of protect underneath so that it doesn't rust all out after I put the piece in. But before welding all that in, I was able to take a break and go to the turkey rod run in Daytona Beach. And I got rained out, but I was able to see some coyotes and some F100s, which is what I'm wanting to do in my blue truck. So that was pretty cool. Now back to work on fixing the cab floor. So what I did was just go ahead and get it in place and hold it into place with these clamps and just kind of make a few tacks to hold it in, then I'll finish welding it. And here you can see I just finished welding it, including the little plug welds, and I actually added a little piece because I found some more holes over there after I was done and I wasn't happy with it, so I just went ahead and did a little bit more. Now onto the other side, it's just a little piece that had a hole, and I'll go ahead and pull that out and basically do the same process where I'll treat the little support piece behind it and then weld in a new piece. And here's a shot of the firewall after I kind of wire brushed it and cleaned it down, and I think it turned out really good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use some Dawn and Scotch-Brite, and here's what it looks like after I scrubbed it down for a while with like I said, Dawn and Scotch-Brite, and now it's ready to be treated. So after letting it all dry and cleaning it, and like I said, I also Scotch-Brite and Dawn the floor, the cab floor. So after letting it dry overnight so that it wasn't wet, I put 2 coats of Pour 15 that I had across the entire firewall and cab floor. And here you can see the firewall as well. I think it turned out great. I'm really happy with the way it is. And now I just have a nice clean surface to work off of. It was a ton of work, but I'm happy with the outcome. So to me, it was worth it. On my upcoming video, I'll start working on the outside of the cab and start getting stuff put back together. If you found this video helpful, please hit subscribe and leave a comment. And as always, thanks for watching.